June 5th, walk through my garden. Take 3. I keep getting interrupted. Hot peppers, finally got them set in the garden. Radishes, cucumbers. Always plant your radishes with cucumbers, or vice versa. That way the radishes cover up the smell of the cucumbers. Okra is up. Probably a little thicker than even I plant it. It'll have to be thinned some. Mushmelon, tomatoes, even have the first one starting to set on. I suppose there's a couple over there as well. Always tap your blooms. Help with that pollination. Watermelons are up. Squash, finding varieties. Pole beans. These are the yard-long beans, or asparagus beans, also known as. Sweet corn is up. Little spaced out. There is a second planting in there. Some's a little thick, may even have to be thinned. Mushmelons, not getting the best growth out of them. Peas are doing quite well, since the rabbits somewhat staying out of them. Pineapple, turmeric, bush beans. These should all somewhat look like this. Instead, they look a lot more like this. A nice rabbit enjoying the beans. Squash, more zucchini and yellow squash. Green onions, making bulbs. Soon I'll remove these bulbs and place them in the ground to grow more onions. Eggplant. Some doing quite better than others. Beets on the other side. Watermelons over here. Quite possibly a little close together, but the next row is several feet away. I believe they'll be okay. Ginger. Cherry tomatoes. All mostly pruned and ready to go. A few suckers on the suckers. And there's another small sucker inside the leaf. Cabbages aren't looking too bad. Little small. Broccoli and cauliflower and other such growing away. This one was just planted last night. There are regular pole beans in amongst that. And over here, with carrots and potatoes on the other side. Cucamelons are beginning to vine up the fence. Cucumbers are doing pretty good. Still lots of weeding due to all of our rain we received, and fixing to receive more. Cabbage, volunteer potatoes, toad out gathering bugs. Bell peppers are starting to look like they're going to do something over here, even amongst the potatoes. Some of them are much shorter than others. Potatoes are blooming. That means many of those will probably be removed at some time before they become too big of a nuisance. Some onions are still quite small. Others are a lot larger. These got out much earlier. Weed hiding in amongst the onions. Some more bell peppers. I'll have to get out and weed these, as well as removing the tomato plants that are coming up and growing like crazy. More tomato plants. These will have to still be pruned, meaning the bottom branches removed where they're touching the ground, selecting the suckers to keep, and then removing inside the branch the small plants that are growing, which are suckers. Now these can be put in water or wet soil, and they will normally, if they're large enough, grow another plant. Some more cabbage. It seems to be beginning to try to form heads. These are all Marzano, Roma, and yellow pear tomatoes, along with some onions that will be removed, as well as many weeds to remove. Looks like a hickory tree trying to grow. Some more eggplants amongst the weeds and amongst these strawberries somewhere. Supposed to be. Asparagus is ferning, as well as grapes growing. Nice cluster right there. I will hopefully be having grapes later, as well as now harvesting wild, bad one, strawberries. Oh yes, excellent flavor. Another patch slowly getting taken over by the weeds due to all the rain. Have to get out and do a large amount of weeding, as well as picking a few of the remainder of the strawberries. Very good also. Oh, I almost forgot. My 8 4x5 posts are set for the rest of the trellis system to go in. So that will be a project soon to finish putting up the boards up above and the wires on. And whatever other vining things I can plant around it, as well as installing the irrigation when it's needed.